She knows you, the real you. You could just be in a conversation, she'll be like, what's wrong? Like, she knows the real person inside of you. If something's off, she'll stop you, make sure you're okay. She always makes sure that everyone puts you first. She never puts herself first for anybody. She will always make you feel like you're the only one in the room. That she understands what you're going through. That's one of the reasons I believe that her and James are such an amazing couple. They both care so much about the people in their lives. James, when I first met him, I thought this big, tall, shy, quiet guy that kept to himself. But after a couple of times meeting and shockingly knowing better, he can beat you up one, that I realized I was completely wrong. Nikki and him had more in common than anyone realized. If I had a bad day or something was wrong, even after not seeing me for months, he would just look at me and be like, "You alright?" And just crack a joke to make me feel better. I believe that even after went back. Oh, sorry, stage fright. Better details. I realized he wasn't just being shy, he was being honest. He likes to treat everyone in his life like their family. He doesn't want to be fake with anybody, just like Nikki. And that's why I believe that there could be a perfect couple. I believe marriage is many things to different people. Ultimate love, soulmates, happily ever after. But to me, I truly believe that marriage is having a witness to our lives. There's a billion people on this planet who think about it, and what does one life really mean to anyone? But in a marriage, you're promised to care about everything. The good things, the bad things, the terrible things, the mundane things, all of it, all the time, every day. You're saying your life will not go unnoticed because I will notice it. Your life will not go unwitnessed because I will witness it. I will be your witness. When I look at my sister and now my brother, I couldn't believe in that more. I've never seen either of them look at someone with as much love as they look at each other. That's how I know this marriage will not only last, but it'll last forever. I love you too. Okay.
So we don't have in my head ready. I want to start off by saying that this is my baby brother. You can't tell, but we have a big age difference between us. And I was so excited when I found out that he was coming. I was about 8 years old, and I was thrilled with him ever since. And I'm thrilled now that you have found your way into such a wonderful family, such a beautiful bride. I am proud of you. James is the hardest working person that I know. He's undeniably smart and talented, and I've heard from more than one person that what you see with James isn't really what you get. There's so much more. You find out more and more good stuff the more you talk to him. And it's a wonderful thing to see him so happy. And I'm honored to have Nikki in my family, and I'm honored to have the future with you guys. And I want to say that I love you very much. I love you, Nikki, and I wish you all the happiness. We love you.
Jim, Nikki's father-in-law. Hi, everybody. I want to share some stories. Hopefully, you all know something about James that maybe I've learned along the way. So when I first met James, Nikki, Anita, and I, Nikki came to Anita and she said, "Mom, I've seen this guy, and I really like him. I think he could be the one." And of course, course, Alita smiled and said, "That's wonderful, but I kind of, maybe heard this before." "No, this really could be wrong." Okay. So a little bit while later, we said, "Well, let's get together. Let's meet this guy. He sounds great." And Nikki invited him over to an MMA event, a sporting event. We watched, and by the way, James is actually into MMA. That's one of the attributes about him. Action sports. But we got to talk, and we had a lot of in common, and we really liked James. And he's going to make James is great. You guys are great together. And since then, we've learned more about James. I've learned more about James. For example, where he does for a living, where he works. He works on cars. I asked him about it, and he got into all sorts of detail. Now, I don't know anything about cars, how to fix them. I just drive it. I know you got gas and brake, and that's about it. Even into all sorts of details, and I'm like, great, this is awesome. James, my question to you right now is, this mean I don't have to go to a mechanic ever again? But what was really impressive on me was, wow, here's this guy, and he's really passionate about his work and about the detail in cars and how to fix them. I learned that wasn't just related to his work, but it followed into everything he does in his life. A little bit later, James and me bought a house together, and moved in, and James right away went into remodeling. And again, that after the details came to play, where it was all just very finesse and very, very fine work that James put himself to. And the result was phenomenal, and making James produce something wonderful in the house. It was really fantastic to see and learn. And again, we learned that James is very talented. And then the other area where we find that James carries us forward, every year on Halloween we do a pumpkin carving contest. Now, the thing we have to understand here is that, of course, Nikki is very creative as well, and she's very competitive. No. But I think she was a better match, because we were surprised too when James showed up with his own carving tools and was ready to go. And it was no surprise that every year James consistently wins our pumpkin carving contest, because I learned that he's an artist. He's really pays attention to everything he does. And that's a wonderful quality. And the competitiveness you have, you and Nikki are perfect together. And it's just wonderful, James, to have you in our family. And I'm just so happy for Nikki and you both. So please, everybody, let's congratulate Nikki and James. It's a wonderful day for them.